Okay, good morning, welcome to
FunMath number 147.
FunMath number 147. We are still in section 8.3 of Art of Problem Solving's algebra book. And we're going on a little trip this weekend, so I don't want to move to the next section yet, so I just kind of want to review today. And what we're reviewing is how do you find the midpoint. So I give you 2 points. -4, go over -4, up 5, and go over 6, down 3. And we're trying to find what's in the middle here. Okay? And we're trying to understand it, big dot theory. We're trying to understand the geometry as well as the algebra. Okay? So if you were going to put your pen down on what you think is the middle of this, or the midpoint, where would you put it? Right about there. Okay, awesome.
That's
Now,
like
what makes you think that's the middle?
Well, when it's split into these two lines, they look the same.
Okay, what about them is the same? Or looks the same?
The distance.
The distance. It looks like the distance from this point to this point is the same, and the distance from that point to that point is the same. It's also important that the middle is on the line that connects those 2 points. Okay, so we're
So
going
if the middle was like up here, that would be wrong.
Right, if I told you I think the middle of this is the point 7, 5, so somewhere up here, you would say
Wrong.
wrong. That's probably not right, because 7, 5 is all the way over here, and I think the middle's over here. Okay, now, the geometric question is how do we go halfway? Alright, so how far is it on the x direction from this point -4, 5 to this point 6, 3? How far do you go over in x?
You go from -4 to 6, it's 10.
Okay, so you go a distance 10. I have to go -4 plus 10 to get to 6. How far do I go in the y direction to go from 5 to -3? How far do I
You
go down?
8. -8. 5 to -3. That's 8 down.
It's 8 down, right. So this triangle has...
Is not to scale.
But it's not, well, it's close to scale. I mean, it might be. This drawing is probably not quite exactly right, but it's fine. All this is saying is we go over 10 and up 8. Okay? And you're right, you have to worry about the negatives and positives, but it's fine. We understand from the picture. Okay? So, how do you think you figure out where the middle is now?
Well, the Pythagorean theorem says that this whole line is the square root of 164.
Well, that's true. That's the distance.
Yeah.
But we're not talking about the distance. We're trying to find the middle. So how do you think you can find the middle given our little triangle here?
Well, if you split it into these two smaller triangles, and this distance is the same as this distance.
Okay.
And same for these two.
Ah, very interesting idea. You'd like the middle to cut the triangle in half, so that the distance you go over from here to here is the same as the distance that you go over from here to here.
This distance should be 5. Well, it should be 5.
Okay, keep filling in.
And this distance should be 5.
Okay, so the whole distance is 10, so you would like them both to be 5. Now what about the y's?
4 and 4.
You'd like them to be 4 and 4, so that this right triangle here and this right triangle are the same. So in other words, what you want to say is to get to the middle, I want to go over halfway and up halfway. Okay? So, if I start at 6 and I go over 5 this way, where do I get to? What x coordinate? If I start at the point -3 and I go up 4, where do I get to?
You get to 1.
Okay, so write that in.
That's exactly what I thought. 1, 1.
Okay, now does that look right? Does that look
Yes.
like that point could be 1, 1?
Yeah.
How about that? Okay, so that's the geometry. I want you like to calculate, which is fine, by the way. But I want you to understand the geometry. You like to calculate. Okay, what's the distance here and whatnot. But this is a much simpler. It's like take a step back. How do I get to the middle? Go over halfway. Go up halfway. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Good job, sweetie. Good job.